What if I told you that one of the most romantic holidays began with an execution? Every February 14th, millions of people exchange flowers, chocolates, and heartfelt messages. But behind these sweet gestures lies a tale of defiance, sacrifice, and a love so powerful it changed history forever. Today, we're diving deep into the surprising origins of Valentine's Day and how it transformed from a martyr's story into the celebration of love we know today. Picture Rome in the 3rd century, a mighty empire focused on building the strongest army in the world. Emperor Claudius II faced a serious problem. Soldiers were refusing to join his military campaigns, preferring to stay home with their wives and families. His solution? Ban all marriages for young men. After all, what could go wrong with forcing an entire generation to choose between love and law? Enter our protagonist, a humble priest named Valentine. In the shadows of Roman temples, he saw young couples torn apart by the emperor's decree. While others turned these lovers away, Valentine made a decision that would echo through centuries. He began performing secret marriage ceremonies. Each wedding was an act of rebellion, each blessing a denial of the emperor's power, and each couple a testament to love's triumph over tyranny. But in the candlelit secrecy of these forbidden ceremonies, Valentine wasn't just defying an emperor. He was writing the first pages of his own legend. When discovered, he was arrested and imprisoned. Even facing death, Valentine's commitment to love never wavered. Legend says that before his execution on February 14th, he wrote a final note signed, "From your Valentine," unknowingly creating a phrase that would be repeated billions of times across the centuries. But how did a martyr's story transform into a celebration of romantic love? Fast forward to medieval Europe, where the dark tale of Valentine's sacrifice blossomed into something unexpected. In the grand halls of medieval castles, a new tradition was emerging: courtly love. Picture a medieval court, tapestries adorning stone walls, minstrels strumming their lutes, and knights not just training for battle, but composing poetry. These warriors, who spent their days in heavy armor, would spend their evenings crafting delicate verses about love. The tradition of sending Valentine's messages began to take shape, with handwritten notes filled with romantic poetry becoming precious tokens of affection. By the 15th century, Valentine's Day had found its perfect timing. Medieval Europeans noticed something curious. Birds seemed to pair up and begin their mating season around February 14th. This natural phenomenon added another layer to the holiday's romantic associations. As Geoffrey Chaucer wrote in his Parliament of Fowls, "For this was on St. Valentine's Day, when every bird comes there to choose his mate." The tradition of sending Valentine's cards got a royal boost in 1537 when King Henry VIII, yes, the same king famous for his 6 wives, sent one of the first documented Valentine's cards to Catherine of Aragon. Imagine receiving a love letter from the King of England. Though we might question Henry's expertise in matters of lasting love, his gesture helped establish a tradition that would spread across the world. Today, Valentine's Day has evolved far beyond its origins. In the United States alone, around 190 million cards are exchanged each year, and that's not counting the digital messages. But what's truly fascinating is how different cultures have adapted this celebration. In Japan, for instance, Valentine's Day has taken on a unique twist. Women give chocolates not just to their romantic partners, but to male friends and colleagues too. These gifts come in 2 varieties: Jiri Choco, obligation chocolate, for casual acquaintances, and Hanmei Choco, true feeling chocolate, for romantic interests. And the men? They return the favor on March 14th, known as White Day. Would Saint Valentine recognize the holiday that bears his name? Perhaps not in its outer trappings of heart-shaped chocolates and red roses. But in its essence, the desire to express love and connection, to reach out to those who matter to us, to celebrate the bonds that make life meaningful. Perhaps he would see that his sacrifice sparked something truly extraordinary. From secret ceremonies in ancient Rome to medieval poetry, from royal love letters to global celebrations, Valentine's Day has evolved with us, reflecting how each era understands and expresses love. And isn't that what makes it so special? It's not just a static holiday, but a living tradition that grows and changes while keeping its heart intact. So this February 14th, as you celebrate in your own way, remember, you're not just participating in a commercial holiday, but you're part of a story that's been unfolding for nearly 2,000 years. A story of love, courage, and the endless human desire to connect. What do you think about this remarkable journey of Valentine's Day? How do you celebrate this day in your part of the world? Share your thoughts and traditions in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating stories behind the traditions that shape our lives.